Hello, my name is Anthony Sicaro, founder and president of Providence Financial and Insurance Services, located right in the heart of the San Fernando Valley in Woodland Hills, California. And I want to give you my weekly market update, something that we started doing recently as a result of recommendations from clients. And this video is primarily for clients, but I am making it available in the public on YouTube. So if you're not familiar with me, if this is the first time you're seeing me, then thank you for watching, and you can learn more about me on our website at providencefinancialradio.com, providencefinancialradio.com. I am also host of the Providence Financial Retirement Show, which airs right here every Saturday in Southern California on AM 870. And if you're a client of ours watching this, then thank you for watching, and hopefully this helps you. But I really only want this to be a quick 5-minute video and give you an idea as what's gone on in the market and what we should be thinking and why things have happened. Now, the fact is that the market this week has reacted very heavily to oil. Overall, the market's been flat for the week, but the last couple of days, the market's been up because oil has been up. And actually, I say the last couple of days, it's really been a choppy market, but we're up a little bit because oil is up. Oil rose 7%, and so the market somewhat followed that. Now, the reason that oil is up is because there's a lot of talk out there that Saudi Arabia and Russia may very well, along with OPEC, may very well start restricting the supply. Even those countries are starting to get a little worried about the price of oil being so low. You know, the problem that we have in America is that it costs, $50 to $65 a barrel to bring the oil out of the ground and put it in your gas tank. And so if oil's only in the $30 range, then we're losing money. Now, Saudi Arabia and Russia is a little different story. If oil stays in the mid-30s, well, it only costs them in the mid-20s to bring oil out of the ground. They're a lot closer to it. So the bottom line is that they can live on oil in the mid-30s, but even they can't live on oil in the mid-20s, and oil slid down to the 20s a couple of times, and I think that scared them. So there's some talk about the fact that OPEC, Russia, Saudi Arabia will decrease the supply, restrict the supply, and then that will cause oil to go up. And our stock market right now, even though it's somewhat schizophrenic, really doesn't know which way to go, really doesn't know how to react to news, our stock market seems to be reacting to oil more than anything else, more than China, more than the quantitative easing that's going on in Europe. It seems to be reacting to oil. So that's what's caused our market. Now, in the short run, the market's kind of leveled off. Over the big picture, the market's down 12.5% from where it was in May of 2015. Now, the market doesn't fall like a rock in the ocean. It doesn't go from 18,000 down to 9,000 like I think it could in a day or even a week or a month. It generally takes a couple of years to go down. And if you look at market history, there's over 200 years of history where many times the market has crashed 40 to 60% or more. And it doesn't do it in a day. It generally does it over a period of years. The market tends to fall more like a feather. So when that feather is coming down, it tends to float down and maybe it'll catch an updraft and stay up a little bit. I think unfortunately we might be in an updraft at this point where the Dow Jones was at 18,300 back in May of 2015, and now we're hovering around the 16,000 range. Now, there's been a couple of times between May and now, most notably in October of 2015, August of 2015, where the market came down 10% over a couple of weeks, but then it bounced right back. And what I'm afraid is that when it comes down, people get that false sense of security that make them feel like it's going to bounce right back. Well, guess what? It's been down now since the beginning of the year. We've had the worst opening year or worst opening couple of weeks in history. And the bottom line is it hasn't bounced back up. And my fear is that the feather is now floating on an uptrend or in an updraft and giving everyone the false sense of security that everything is okay. Well, unfortunately, everything is not okay. We still have a long ways to go. Now, I don't know if it will catch another updraft and go back up to where it was, or if it will stay down and catch another downdraft at some point, but my gut feeling is that it may be the latter. We may be hovering in there in this level for a little while until the next bad news or until the next downdraft comes. Now, we've had some mixed news this week. Housing starts were up, more than expected. So that's good news. You think that would help the market increase? Well, it really didn't. And the reason it didn't is because manufacturing and industrials were down. So there's been some mixed reports, and all I think that's done is washed out, is really wash each other out. So that's where market is this week. Just kind of flat, but don't if you have stocks, I would say don't rest on your laurels. Be very careful. If you're younger and you have stocks, I mean, certainly you can afford to risk more, but why would you want to have money in the stock market if we think it's going to go down? If you're older, if you're within 5 to 10 years of retirement, then you have to be really careful with money that you have in the stock market. When the stock market crashes and recovers, it generally takes 5 to 10 years to do that. And if you're planning on retiring in the next 5 to 10 years, then that's not going to be good for you. That's not going to be good. So if you want to know more about, where I think the market's going to go, why I think the market's going to go there, then there's a lot of resources that we have. You can visit our website at providencefinancialinc.com or providencefinancialradio.com. You can listen to my past radio shows. We've got white papers, we've got a blog, we've got reports. You can sign up on the website for our newsletter, and then you'll get these weekly updates as well. So hopefully that gives you just a very quick idea as far as what's going on this week. So again, if you're a client of ours, thank you for your trust, thank you for your business. If you're not a client of ours, you're seeing this for the first time, if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. Someone in my office will schedule a quick phone call, and I'll answer any questions that you have. So have a great week or weekend at this point, and God